So in this lecture we'll discuss about the class T commutation. This class T commutation is also called as the auxiliary commutation. So this is a circuit diagram used for class T commutation. Here T1 is the main thyristor. So this T1 is connected with the load, will form the power circuit, and T2 is the auxiliary thyristor. So this auxiliary thyristor is used for turning off of the main thyristor. So this auxiliary thyristor connected with the inductance and diode will form the commutation circuit. So initially we are assuming that both the thyristors T1 and T2 are in the off state, and hence the voltage across the capacitor will be equal to 0. So now we will discuss mode 1 operation. In mode 1, first the thyristor T2 is turned on. So once the thyristor T2 is turned on, the current will start flowing through the circuit. So the current will start flowing from EDC plus through the capacitor, through the conducting thyristor, through the load, and completes its path through EDC minus. Okay. So whenever the current flows through the capacitor will start charging. So the capacitor will, the upper plate of the capacitor is connected with the positive terminal of the supply voltage, and lower plate of the capacitor is connected through the conducting device through the load to the negative terminal of the supply voltage. So the capacitor will charge with plus and minus as shown in the figure. So once the capacitor voltage will be equal to EDC, that is when the capacitor is fully charged, the thyristor T2 will get turned off. So because these two devices, that is the capacitor and the thyristor T2, are connected in series, so whenever the voltage across this capacitor starts increasing, the current through this thyristor will start decreasing. So once the current falls below the holding current of this thyristor will get turned off. So this is what we have seen so far. So this SCR T2 is first triggered. So now the current will flow through this path EDC plus, C minus, T2, RL and EDC minus. This is the charging current of the capacitor. So once the capacitor is fully charged, T2 gets turned off. So at the end of this mode, T1 is in off state, T2 is also in off state, and the voltage across the capacitor will be equal to EDC. So now we will discuss mode 2 operation. In mode 2, the thyristor T1 is triggered. So once the thyristor T1 is triggered, the current will start flowing through the circuit. So the current will start flowing from EDC plus through the conducting thyristor T1 through the load and completes its path through EDC minus. So at the same time, the capacitor will discharge through C plus T1 through the inductance and the diode. Okay. So this is the discharging path of the capacitor. Once the capacitor is fully discharged, then it will start charging in the reverse direction, that is with upper plate negative and lower plate positive. So at the end of this mode, the capacitor will get completely charged with the voltage equal to minus EDC. So this is what we have discussed. First T1 is triggered. So the current will flow through two directions. One is the load current path, another one is the commutation current. So the capacitor will get charged in the reverse polarity as and when it is completely discharged. So now at the end of this mode, T1 is in on state, T2 is in the off state, and the voltage across the capacitor will be equal to minus EDC. So now we will discuss mode 3 operation. So during this mode, the thyristor T2 is again turned on. So once the thyristor T2 is turned on, the capacitor will start discharging through this path, that is from C plus, T2, T1 and C minus. Okay. So now this negative potential gets applied across the anode of T1 and positive potential will get applied across the cathode of the thyristor T1. So the reverse voltage will get applied across the thyristor T1. So the thyristor T1 will get turned off. So now the current will start flowing through the device from EDC plus through the capacitor T2 load and completes its path through EDC minus. So as a result, the capacitor will start charging. So now the capacitor will charge in the reverse direction, that is with upper plate positive and lower plate negative. Okay. So now when the capacitor voltage starts increasing and when it reaches the voltage EDC, okay, so again the thyristor T2 will get turned off. So this is because these two are connected in series. So whenever the voltage across this capacitor increases, the current through this thyristor will decrease. This we have already seen in the mode 1 operation. That is, this cycle will get repeated. Okay. So this commutation method is mainly used in inverters and also in Jones chopper circuit.